YouTube, this is Gracie and welcome back to Mini Card Mondays. Mini Card Mondays is when I show how to make a mini Disneybounding greeting card. And before I start, I want to give a little shout out to @HeavenlyImaginings on Instagram or @HeavenlyImagine on Twitter, aka Fairy Godmanda, aka Amanda, because she not only is my fairy godmother, and I know it's Fairy Godmanda, but she is my fairy godmother because she not only tweeted out a link to one of my videos to the one and only Leslie K, the creator of Disneybounding, but she has since continued to show me love and support on Instagram and Twitter, having her followers come and show me love. So I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Amanda. And these are all of her links to her Instagram and her Twitter, so definitely go and check out her social media accounts there. I also want to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel because we have finally hit 50 subscribers. We're now at 52, and I just want to thank you guys so much for doing that. And if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe. But before I started my channel, that was a big goal that I set for myself. I wanted to hit 50 subscribers before my first year, and I've done that. It hasn't even been a year yet, so I could not have done this without you guys. So thank you so much, and I hope you guys are enjoying the videos that I've been making for you, and stay tuned. And I know I say that a lot, but stay tuned because there is a lot more exciting things coming your way, especially with the holidays coming up. And I'll be doing some new things soon. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned. So let me go ahead and get started by showing you guys how to make this Disneybounding Incredibles / Disneybounding Dash card. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the movie The Incredibles, definitely watch it. It's super cute. I love this movie, and the card that I'm making for you guys today is based off of this character here named Dash. He is a little boy that is super competitive, loves to run, and actually runs so fast he can run on water. So that is the card that I'm making for you guys today. It has the main colors, but it's changed up just slightly because I didn't want it to look exactly like the icon on their jumpsuits. I wanted to change it up so it wasn't super like in your face, The Incredibles. So that's why I've done the yellow design that is pretty much exactly like the orange design here, but I did it in yellow because, like I said, I wanted to change up the colors. I've done it mostly in red, and then I've done a black background. On the inside, once you open these two flaps, it says a dash of this, a dash of that. And I just thought it was super cute, especially because it's meant for Dash, the character. On the back side, I did my G stamp, a little crooked, but that's all right. I just included some more scraps that I had from making the card. And this is a mini card in the sense that it's almost exactly the same size as my usual mini cards. It's just a little bit bigger. So the card size itself is 8 inches across and 4 inches in depth. So if you guys want to take a look at all the dimensions in the description box down below, then you can make it yourself. So that's the very first thing that I chose to do, was cut some black cardstock from 8 to 4 inches. And then I also did it in red. Now I did the red just slightly under that size so that it would fit inside the black. Then I took about 2 inches in from each side, and that's where I've made the crease to be able to fold it. Now let's go ahead and move some of this stuff aside here so we can actually tape that down. I'm going to just use my tape glider and run it on all the ends, like so. Oops, sorry for hitting the camera. Let me fix that. So sorry about that. Let's see, go ahead and put it there. And you want to add some extra tape inside the crease lines. Sorry, I don't know if you could see that. Inside the crease lines, because you want it to be able to stay. Let me go ahead and put one more down the middle there. And just go ahead and flip that over and make sure it's on the inside of the black. There we go. And now that that's all glued together, it will fold a little bit better. That's my first recommendation, is to tape or glue down the red layer on the black cardstock before you crease it 2 inches on either side. and then go ahead and fold it. You can use your scissors, you can use your fingernails, but I also have a bone folder, which looks like this. And I'm just going to make sure that that is all the way down. There we go. The next step is to take your oval die cuts. This is the section of die cuts that I used here from Simply Defined, Scrapbooking Made Simple. And this is the must-haves, dotted, stitched, and cross-hatched ovals. And I've used the two innermost solid ones, not the dashed ones, which actually, now that I think of it, would have been really cute. Oh well, that's all right. So let's go ahead and put that aside. These are the two sizes. Oops. The two sizes that I used. Oh my goodness, I can't pick it up. These are the two sizes that I used. And basically, we're going to take the smaller one and we're going to leave the cutting part upright, so facing up, and we're going to center it as best we can on the inside, because now we're going to close the flaps and run that through the die cut machine, the Sizzix die cut machine. We're going to run it through upside down, because that is what is going to cut out the center oval. And I'm going to do that very quickly over here. It's a little too large to show on camera, but I'm just running that through the Sizzix die cut machine. And you have to run it through a couple times just to make sure that it cuts through all those layers. Oop, some of the pieces fell out. But this is basically what you get. These two pieces come off of it. We're just going to toss those, and then you'll be able to open it, and there is your holes, your hole in the middle. It also kind of gives you this really cool center oval, almost embossed it on there basically. And yeah, so we're going to put that aside. The next thing I did was took both of these die cuts and placed them on some yellow cardstock, which I don't have any more of, but let me go ahead and show you on the orange. And I wanted to do this so that I could get the little frame, the little circle here. And let me see, where did I put that guy? Ah, here we go. And this is the piece that you get. You get the innermost circle that comes in, and you'll just go ahead and take that out. This is what's gonna go on the outside here. And of course, we want it to be smaller on this bottom part and smaller on this top part here to look like the icon that's on their jumpsuits. Let me move the die cuts aside. So all I did was place that in the center here, made sure to put it in the proper place, and then you just take your pencil, put a line through the center so you know where to cut the circle. Sorry if my head's in view. And now we're just going to take our scissors and cut that. Now it's okay if this isn't exactly perfect. You're going to try your best to get it as close to perfect as possible, but every time I've made this card, it hasn't been exactly perfect. So that's okay, because we end up cutting off the excess. And if it doesn't quite go all the way across, that's okay too. So what you're going to do is you're going to start from this side here, and you're just going to cut towards the center here. No other way to say that, because that is basically where you're wanting it to kind of taper off and get a little bit smaller. And you want to make sure that it's smooth. There's no like weird edges. And you could take a pencil and do this beforehand, but I found it to be a little bit faster to do it without marking it. So you can see how it tapers off down the center here. And that's the piece we're going to put up here. So let me go ahead and use some liquid glue to place that on the top. It's actually kind of clogged up here. Let it sit out too long. And we're just going to glue that down. And I recommend using liquid glue because this piece you're going to need to move a lot to put it in its proper place. So try your best to put that evenly across. And the way to check it is to see how much yellow is showing through on the opposite side. So you can see this is not quite, there we go. That should be perfect. See it on this side, see a little bit too much red, and you just keep going back and forth, seeing if the placement is just right. That's why the liquid glue is so important, because it doesn't dry right away and it doesn't stick, so you can move it around a little bit while it dries. So there's that half. Let's go ahead and do the other half. We're going to make the top part the smaller tapered off section. Sorry, I had to get a closer look at that for a second. So we're just going to trim that around, and we're leaving some of that thickness at the bottom just so that it has something to glue down to the surface of the rest of the card. Don't want it to be too thin, because then it doesn't match the actual icon that they wear on their jerseys, or jumpsuits rather. So go ahead and glue that down as well, like so, and place that down. Again, you're just going to keep moving it until you get it in the proper position. And that one turned out a little bit better, but you can already kind of see that the ends are a little bit sticking out, and that's okay, because all you have to do is take your scissors and cut them off. It's no big deal. Now I chose to have it go all the way across the black layer as well, but if you only want it to the red, that's totally fine. If that looks more, you know, appealing to you, that's up to you. And we're just going to trim off those little yellow excess pieces there. And there you go. There is the front of your card. Now for the inside, this is approximately 4 by 4 inches. And what we're going to do is cut a red piece of cardstock just slightly under that so that it will fit like so. And we're just going to tape that down. You can use some liquid glue for that too, if it helps you to be able to move that around into position as well, but you don't necessarily have to do it that way. Tape gun is just fine. And we're just going to try our best to put that evenly on the inside. And I wanted some of the black to show around the edges also because it fits a little bit better. It's easier to put that piece of cardstock on the inside. I did another layer or another cutout of the orange, so that way we can have some of the orange be part of the card somewhere. So we're also going to use some liquid glue for that, because this also needs to be moved around a little bit to be in the right position. So use a healthy dose of that. And the tip I have for you is to put one side down, then kind of push this into place. Then put the next side down all together and just make sure that that's where you want it, that it's even and in the middle. Then go ahead and open these sides back up and press firmly. And then on the very back side, so there's the front of it. On the back side, we're going to use some of our scrap pieces. And I liked using a little bit smaller orange piece, and that way the yellow kind of did the, you know, little bit of overlap on that. I thought it looked kind of cool versus the larger piece of orange and the yellow being on the inside. It's up to you. You don't have to do this on the back side. I just thought it was something extra to continue the theme throughout. And just go ahead and tape all of this down. Like so. And just put that in the center. And I'm also still using liquid glue for the oval piece just because it's a little bit easier than using the tape runner for something that's an oval shape. And just again, press firmly. You could put any stamp that you want on the back side, whatever your icon is. Mine is obviously the G stamp. Now for the sentiment on the inside, a dash of this, a dash of that, I used the Stamps of Life Salt and Pepper collection. This is the saying, what is it, so small, sayings for shakers. This is the whole collection that I used. This is the stamp here, a dash of this, a dash of that, just because I thought it was perfect for him being named Dash. There you go. This also comes with some, you know, sister dies or sister stamps, and then also some die cuts for that. So if you guys are interested, I highly recommend this company. They have really fun sayings. And I love how large everything is for this company because it makes your cards a little bit bold and just really good statement pieces. So that is the stamp set that I used. And there you have it. There is your mini Disneybounding Dash from the Incredibles greeting card. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, be part of my 52 subscribers. Again, thank you so much to everyone. Little shout out to my fairy godmother. And yeah, stay tuned for more and exciting videos coming your way. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!